What if I told you that if you altered how you perceive time, that you could actually bend time and use it to your advantage? What is your perception of time? Are you a procrastinator, a time waster, or do you feel like there's not enough time in the day and you're always chasing time? Well, we've heard the saying, everyone has the same 24 hours in the day. So we can all agree that there's 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, and 24 hours in a day. Time is constant, but we have a perception of time. And this is what scientists call mind time. So mind time, you've heard people say, gosh, I can't believe how fast this time has flown by, or I can't believe it's already been a month, or this day is taking so long, or I can't believe the weekend's already gone. Time is our most valuable asset. Time is more valuable than money. Money is a replenishable resource, and you can always add more dollars to your bank account, but you can't add more time to your life, and you can't ever get time back. If you're 40, you can't go back and be 30. Time is finite. When your time is up, you get no replays. Your time is over. So why do we waste it? I want this to sink in, because if time is our most precious asset, and if we can perceive time differently and really keep that at the forefront and understanding how valuable our time is and precious it is, then we can bend time and we can make the most of our time. Dale Carnegie said, "Every day is a new life to a wise man." So, what if I showed you how to get 3 days in a single 24-hour block of time? Sounds crazy, right? But I assure you it's not. So I actually learned these 5 principles of time management from author Ed Mylett, who is a phenomenal speaker. And at first I thought it was crazy, but I can assure you, when you can apply these to your life and change the way you perceive time, instead of looking at it as a 24-hour window or a 24-hour block of time, but looking at it and breaking it down into 3 segments, you're going to be more productive, you're going to get more out of your life, you're going to be able to do so many more things that you didn't think you could do and achieve because you're looking at time differently. Step 1, add more days to your days. High achievers and one more thinkers set aside the concept of a 24-hour day. 24 hours in a day is an antiquated concept. 24 hours in a day worked great 100 years ago, before we had the internet, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, smartphones, technology, wireless technology. Everything is at our fingertips, and we can do things in a multiplied time and space reality versus what we used to do. We're not going to the library, researching and looking up answers to things. Google can literally give you an answer in less than a second. So, in order to do this, the concept is to take your 24 hours and divide it up into 3 days. You obviously have to sleep, so we're going to add that 6 hours you get to sleep, okay? So, let's say 6 a.m. to noon. That's day 1. Noon to 6, day 2. 6 p.m. to midnight, day 3. Now, you can change these hours however you want, but imagine getting 3 days and 24 hours what someone else gets if you are really breaking your days down and trying to be a high achiever. So instead of approaching your day as a single block of time, you're breaking up your waking hours into 3 equal parts, or 3 mini days. And now, when someone else is living 7 days a week, you're living 21. And when someone else is living 365 days a year, you're living 1,000. How much more could you achieve than the other person? Right? 2, approach time with a greater sense of urgency. So just by minimizing my day and shortening my day, your brain is going to believe that each minute is of more value. And you're going to value your time, and you're going to work with a greater sense of urgency. Your sense of urgency is operating at a higher level when every hour counts. And what you're doing is creating a shorter distance to the finish line so that everything you do becomes a sprint. Think of 24 hours in a day as a marathon. Now, if you're running a marathon and that goal, the end of the finish line, is much farther away. So what do? You pace yourself, you jog, you don't wait till the end, right? Versus a 100-meter dash. When that finish line is a lot closer to you, you give maximum effort and create urgency. And that 100-meter dash is a sprint. 3, learn how to control time instead of time controlling you. When you approach your time with a sense of urgency, you become the master instead of the servant of time. You have more control of your time and can determine how you want to set the day. And that brings me to, how do you start your morning? And I preach this a lot, but the first 30 minutes of your day are the most important of your day when you wake up. And when we have time urgency, we're able to control our time better than we are when we feel like we're chasing time. So now, first 30 minutes a day, no phone, no technology, no emails. This is the time that you have to create instead of being in the reactive mode and worrying about everybody else and who you need to take care of. You take care of you first and set yourself up for success for the rest of the day. The first 30 minutes of your morning should start off with you, whether it's meditating, praying, journaling, stretching, going for a walk, or working out. Anything that's going to set you up for success, because you're going to have more confidence, more self-esteem, more purpose, and you will allow yourself to be dictating the day instead of the day dictating you. Number 4, measure your performance often. So where performance is measured, performance improves. Now, as we shrink our time frames and increase our sense of urgency, we also need to shrink the intervals of which we measure our performance. So an average person measures themselves maybe once or twice a year. High achievers measure themselves every week or monthly. Now, we need to do this because, let's say I want to lose 5% body fat. And if I haven't been in to get an in-body scan for 6 months or a year, how do I know what my goal is or if I'm achieving my goal? Because I haven't measured it. I don't have numbers to look at. So measure your performance often. Number 5, focus on the future. Too many people are stuck in the past, and living in the past kills you of being productive in the present, and it robs you of being able to make plans for your future. The past is gone forever, but until you can let go of it, it's like a thief that steals your dreams and robs you of your imagination. It keeps you from the ability of even being in the present moment. Now, it's not to say that you shouldn't heal from your trauma or go through it, but it's living in it again and again that's robbing you of what you truly want and where you are supposed to be going. High achievers have the ability to dream and imagine of their future while taking decisive action in the present so that they can make the right decisions for what lies ahead. So I'll leave you with this quote. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of his time has not discovered the value of life. I hope you guys have gotten as much value out of this as I did, and I want you to take these 5 principles and apply them to your life right now so we can stop wasting time and start bending time and using it to our advantage so you can get on with the important things of your life. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys all tomorrow.